Hello everyone! Throughout the anime and the games, different kinds of Pokeballs have had a large role. This all started in the Orange Islands, with Ash receiving the GS Ball. Ever since that day, there has been a growing fixation on developing different kinds of Pokeballs outside of the regular ones in Generation 1. Each generation seems to introduce different Pokeballs, especially in Generation 2 with Kurt. Let's be honest, some of Kurt's balls are just bad. They're just not good at all. Now listen to this idea. Let's make a Pokeball that gains a multiplier when you try to catch a Pokemon of the same species of the one you have out, but a different gender. That just sounds like a great idea for a ball, right? Well, let's just say there's a reason why no one remembers the Love Ball. Gosh, that mechanic is just way too specific and will never be useful outside of maybe one extremely specific situation. Now, some of the different Pokeballs have actually been quite good, which leads in today's video. Let's rank my top 5 Pokeballs. Coming in at number 5 is the Level Ball. This ball is one of the few good ones that Kurt introduced in Generation 2. This Pokeball becomes better as your Pokemon's levels are higher than the wild Pokemon. When the wild Pokemon are a quarter of your level, this ball's capture rate is 8 times. Even if it's half, the capture rate is 4. Those capture rates are so nice, and more often than not, you will be stronger than the wild Pokemon. Ever since the change to the EXP share, where the EXP share gives EXP to your whole team, your teams overall become very over-leveled fast. With your high-level Pokemon, there is a greater chance to run into a wild Pokemon that are extremely low-leveled, or at least lower level than your Pokemon. I know there are several times where I wanted to catch a Pokemon in the late game to add to my team, but my team is just so strong it's really hard for me to battle it. You just don't want to one-shot the Pokemon you have spent a half an hour looking for. And to help you when you're in this predicament, you can use the Level Ball. Due to the increase in EXP your team gets due to the EXP share change, the opportunity to use this ball at its full potential has never been at a better point right now in Pokemon. Now, coming in at number 4 is the Timer Ball. Now, I had a really hard time deciding where to place this Pokeball because the Timer Ball is a staple for any trainer in the late game or in the post game trying to catch legendaries. The gimmick with the Timer Ball is that it gets stronger as the battle goes on and on. After 10 turns, the ball power maxes out at a toasty 4 times catch rate. So when you are trying to catch a legendary Pokemon that has been evading you, you can use this ball as your ace in the hole. The problem with trying to rank this ball ahead of number 4 is the lack of opportunity outside of legendary catching. Early to mid game, you won't really have too many opportunities to be able to use this ball since wild Pokemon battles won't go that long. That said, if you are able to find an opportunity where this ball is at its max power, you will not be disappointed using this ball, I promise you that. It's just the opportunities come far and few between, so the Timer Ball comes in at number 4 for that reason. Coming in at number 3 is the Net Ball. This Pokeball gives you a 3.5 catch rate when you use this ball on water and bug Pokemon. While the full power of the Net Ball is less than one of the Timer and Level Balls, you can use the Net Ball in a lot more situations than you can use the other two. Just think about this. The Net Ball lets you catch Water-type Pokemon with ease, and the amount of Water-type Pokemon is plentiful. You may feel that there is the glut of Water Pokemon, but just how many are there? As of Generation 7, there are 133 Water-type Pokemon. This makes up for 16.5% of all Pokemon. Also, for Bug Pokemon, there are 77 different types of Bug Pokemon, which is around 9.5% of Pokemon. So you're telling me that there's a Pokeball that will give you a higher catching rate for a quarter of all Pokemon. This sounds like a phenomenal creation! Now the Net Ball does not stack its catching rates on Pokemon such as Surskit with the Water Bug type, but it doesn't hurt it overall. With being able to use the Net Ball in all sorts of applicable situations, this is one you want to have a large stock of at all times. The number 2 Pokeball clone is the Dusk Ball. Similar to the Net Ball, the Dusk Ball gives a 3.5 capture rate to Pokemon that are in caves. There is a wide variety of Pokemon that can be found in caves, So having a general ball that will have a higher capture rate for those caves is a welcome addition. Also, so many legendaries can be found in caves these days, so this ball gives the perfect opportunity to use the dusk balls that you have been stashing up on. While this is fine and all, the main kicker of this Pokeball clone is the multiplying effect it gets during the nighttime. Ever since Generation 4, where they really latched onto the day-night cycle that Johto initially started, there's a decent chance that you will be playing your game during the night. Thus, the Dusk Ball is now applicable to any Pokemon that you come across. This is amazing! This feature pretty much breaks the Dusk Ball since you can potentially use this on any Pokemon if you play your games during the nighttime. This makes the Dusk Ball one that you never want to run out of. Now, coming in at the best Pokeball clone is the Quick Ball. This ball gives an insane 5 times multiplier, but the catch is that you have to use the Quick Ball on the first turn, or it will turn into a regular Pokeball. In order to make the Quick Ball into a useful clone, Game Freak had to put a high multiplier on the ball, even if it had the chance to break the first turn. Let's just say they did just that. Did you finally run into a wild Pokemon you have been looking for a long time? Throw a Quick Ball. Want to try to end a battle early? Throw a Quick Ball. Just encountered a legendary and you want to see if you can get lucky? Throw a Quick Ball. It never hurts throwing out a Quick Ball on the first turn to just see if you can catch the Pokemon. The worst thing that happens is that it won't work, but you will find out that using a Quick Ball on the first turn can end a lot of wild encounters before they even get started. I have even been able to catch legendary Pokemon using the Quick Ball. So since this ball is so strong on the first turn, you should always use it on your first turn if you are trying to catch any wild Pokemon. You can use Quick Balls on any Pokemon as long as you use it on the first turn, which makes the application huge for the Quick Balls and it is only limited to the amount of wild Pokemon you fight. Well, that's my top 5 Pokeball clones list that have been released throughout Pokemon. Are there any Pokeball clones that you enjoy using? And remember to have a great day, everyone.